My name is Bando, this is Brexit Bando, and we have a new heresy article over on Warcom, and it's just a waste of time. Because instead of giving us something interesting and creative, they have given us no new models. No new models. No, they have given us an upgrade set compatibility matrix. They have given us a wonderful little diagram to tell us which plastic upgrade kits can be used with different plastic kits. Isn't that wonderful? Because clearly, as heresy collectors, we are physically incapable of reading the rules and going, I've got a squad that can take some power swords, so I maybe I can use the set that comes with power swords with them. I want to make a heavy weapons squad with some las cannons, and would you look at that? The tactical squad is compatible with the heavy weapons set. This is almost as bad as them blaming the fact that one of the flyers, I think it was the Storm Raven, was released and painted on the box as Blood Angels, and apparently the sales were so bad because people didn't think they could use it in their army. How stupid have they managed to dumb down the people playing this hobby? Now, I know most of the guys listening to this are probably going to be nodding in agreement with me, because it doesn't affect them, it doesn't apply to them, because you guys probably have the mental capacity to at least put the square peg inside the square hole. Unlike the kind of players that Games Workshop appears to be going after nowadays, who, I'm going to be brutally honest, I am starting to believe that many of the people that they are pandering to will struggle to hold a paintbrush and breathe at the same time. This strikes to me that that Horus Heresy, which was widely considered the kind of grown-up version of 40k, is now being pivoted and aimed towards the kind of people who would probably be more comfortable playing with plushies. Like, give them that giant Nurgling, put them in a corner, maybe put some Cocomelon on, and they'll be fine. Okay? Let the people who actually understand the hobby, have a passion for the hobby, who have creativity left in their soul, let them go and play the grown-up wargame, and let the theatre kids go and play with the plushies and make le-hecking wholesome memes on the internet. Because I'm sure you've seen things today about the Wizards of the Coast, the latest image to come out of D&D, and how the fact that it's radically different to how D&D was originally created. It is nothing like it was when it was first come out. Nothing like it was when it rose to prominence, when it became popular, the things that inspired all of the projects that came after it. Now it is just it's not the same. And this is what's happening to this as a hobby. Games Workshop in general is trying to pivot away from the heavy metal inspired, brutal, really cool warfare, fun, sci-fi, grimdark stuff. And the people who play Warhammer, you and me, used to be that, I've got a model here. I've got my monopose metal model, and he's got a power fist, and I really like his power fist, but I don't like the fact that his other arm is, he's holding a bolt pistol. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut the arm off another model that's got a plasma pistol, and I'm going to stick that on there. That was cool. We did that. I'll break out the old jeweler's file or hobby saw, whatever, and I'll go through that and I'll chop it off. I got some plastic kits that don't fit, that don't have the options I want. I can mix and match those kits together. At no point did I need a compatibility matrix to look at it and go, the Devastator kit is compatible with the running legs from the Assault Marine squad. No, I just kind of figured that out because I have a lukewarm IQ. I can chew bubblegum and walk at the same time. And now we have to do this. We have people post. I see a post, and I'm not exaggerating here, probably once, if not twice a month, of someone posting a picture of the upgrade sprue from the Mark 6 and Mark 3 kit, with the little gas mask respirator on it, with someone on Reddit going, can someone explain what this piece is? It's not difficult. There's a guy wearing one in the same sprue. Come on, use your eyes. Figure it out. Do you honestly need your hands holding every step of the way now? Do we need to know this? Do we need to have every single thing labelled so you understand it? Oh look, there's a bunch of grenades. Okay, they're grenades. I don't need to know exactly what they are. The guys have grenades. Cool. Oh, what's this pouch for? Who cares? It's a pouch. Okay, I get it if there's a rules difference. What's the difference between a Volkite Cavalier and a Volkite Culver and a Volkite Charger? That's slightly different because there are rules involved. And handily enough, on the box it usually lists which one's which. Or I think it's in the instructions now. But those are listed. That's fine. This is like... If you buy the Mark II Assault Squad and you buy some heavy weapons, okay, and you stick them together and, you know, you paint them up and you post a picture and you're like, oh, I'm sorry, you know, Assault Marines can't take heavy weapons. Okay, well, you would have known that if you read the rules. If you haven't got the rules and you're not reading the rules, you're probably not going to be playing the game and you're just building models for the hell of it. It's not difficult to treat people like an adult, and you know, this is just, first of all, this should have probably been released with the beginning of 3rd edition. Like, the day it came out, this should have been an article that was thrown at the end of it, you know, at the end of the announcement article. Hey, starting your new army, here are the different legions you can pick, here are some different ideas for armies, and here's a compatibility matrix for all the different weapons, because maybe you want to know what they are. Not weeks and weeks later, when everything's out of stock and you can't buy anything, and it doesn't matter. Hey, maybe if you had a decent, you know, app for building armies so people could visualise them and go, oh, okay, here's the assault squad, and it shows me a picture of the assault squad. And it shows me, you know, all the different units in there. Brilliant. Maybe. If you were any good as a company, you'd know this. But hey, doesn't matter. Because these people with the lukewarm IQs and, you know, they're no creative ability whatsoever. Let's be honest, because they don't. They just copy what's on the screen, you know. These people will just keep buying it. They'll buy that Mark II Assault Squad for 40 quid. They'll keep buying it and buying it and buying it. They won't care it's getting expensive. They don't care if they get treated like children, because they are children, mentally. They've lost any ability to do any sort of reasoning themselves. And I know some people are going to think that's harsh, but I deal with a lot of these people every day. I talk to these sorts of people, I interact with these sorts of people, and it's not you guys, it's not the people who are here watching my videos, my subscribers, because I know you guys have creativity. I know you guys are not who I'm talking about. But these people are... they're dumb. And I don't know why they're here. I really don't. And I know that sounds awful. We should want the hobby to expand. And 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, I would have agreed. Yes, I want the hobby to expand. I want more people to play Warhammer, because Warhammer's great. But now, actually, I don't. I don't want the hobby to expand, because I don't want to keep lowering that bar. I want that bar to keep going up. I want the best painted models to be shown off to me by the company. I want the best conversions. I want award winners. I want competition winners painting these models and showing me what's possible. I don't want to see, hey, this is good enough. I don't need, you know, Notley paints his bloody contrast slop everywhere to make you feel good because you're not a great painter. No, I want people like, you know, Sam Lenz, I want Mike McVeigh, I want painters who are going to push the envelope and make things look amazing, because then I want to be told how they did it so I can try and copy, because I want to have goals to, you know, to attain. I want goals to aim for. not just slop to make me feel better. I hope I've got some people here who understand me. I really do. I hope I'm not coming at this from alone, and that people are just, I'm not completely talking out of my arse here. Because realistically, at the bare minimum, this article should have had a dozen different miniatures, all brand new, all painted up and looking amazing. Here's some Mark II guys with heavy weapons, because we haven't seen many of those around. Here's a Mark III tactical marine armed with a power mace and a shield. Here's a Mark VI tactical, or here's a Mark VI marine with a flamer, or a disintegrator weapon, or something interesting. Here's some assault marines who we've done up as a command squad with close combat weapons and shields. Same with the Mark VI guys. Here's some Mark VI marines that we've armed with all lightning claws, and they're painted up as white scars. Here's a Mark III command squad that we've thrown all of the Night Lord's upgrade sets on, and given them all some really cool bits. Here's a Mark VI command squad that we've given Volkite chargers to, and upgrades, and turned them into space wolves. I don't know. Here's a Sky Hunter squad that we've thrown all the extra bits on, and they've done up as World Eaters, and I've given them chain axes from the Mark II assault squad. That sort of thing. That if it had been in this article, would have shown some creativity, would have shown some new content, and it would have shown some effort. And I think that is probably what is the most offensive thing here, is that this entire article just smacks that someone has gone, oh shit, we haven't put out a heresy article in weeks, let's do something quick without spending any money. So they got an intern to throw this together in Photoshop in 10 minutes, and then use some pictures they've took throughout the years and just thrown it in there. That's it. It's all low effort. Everything about this hobby is becoming low effort. I'm Bando. This is Brexit Bando. If you like putting in some effort, and you like this hobby, and you want to push it to the best of your abilities, well, you still have 13, 14 days, 2 weeks, to join the Community Kit Bash Challenge. If you go back through the videos, you'll find one for the Community Kit Bash Challenge, where you need to paint, or build and paint, one model that fits the theme of the Diplomat. Come and join. Post it in the community thing here in YouTube. Come and tag me over on Twitter. I'm breakfast_bando on Twitter. If you're in the Discord, post it up in Discord. Pop a comment down below if you agree with me. If you disagree with me, pop a comment down below. Because if you think that this is good effort, and this is the sort of good thing and extra hobby content you want, I need to know. Because if I'm wrong, if I'm massively off base here, and if I'm just talking out of my backside, I need to know it. Because otherwise I'm going to keep getting angry at these sorts of things. And that's not good for my blood pressure. Anyway guys, as always, have a great weekend. My name is Bando. This is Brexit Bando. Bye bye.